Hey there gamers, welcome to our channel where we uncover awesome indie games and talented developers. Today we have something special, introducing Dungeon Merchant, an indie gem by a truly gifted developer. Dungeon Merchant is a unique blend of idle dungeon crawling and shop simulation. You'll run a humble shop, buying and selling weapons, armor, and more. Hire adventurers, equip them, and send them into the dungeon to collect loot. But be careful, the dungeon is dangerous, and if your heroes die, they're gone for good. Every decision counts. Buy low, sell high, and grow your shop while paying off a debt to the king. And guess what? In this video we have an exclusive giveaway. The developer is giving away a free copy of Dungeon Merchant. Watch the entire video to figure out how to win, and don't miss this chance. We need your support to help us grow and promote more talented indie developers. Subscribe to our channel, join our community, and let's shine a spotlight on the creativity behind these awesome indie games. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more exciting content, giveaways, and incredible indie experiences. Now, let's get into the interview with the developer.
So, Dungeon Merchant is a shop simulation game mixed with an idle dungeon crawling game. So, basically you run a shop set in a fantasy RPG world, buying and selling weapons and armor and potions and scrolls. But as well as managing the shop, you can also hire heroes who you send into a nearby dungeon, with the hook being that as the dungeon changes, so does the demand for different items, which means you can sell them at different prices. So, for example, if you have a bunch of club or blunt weapons, and there's lots of skeletons in the dungeon, because those weapons are more effective against skeletons, they'll go up in demand and therefore they go up in price. So, and because your character is a wizard, they have a crystal ball and they can see how the dungeon is going to change the next day. So they can sort of buy weapons and items when they're at a low price and then predict when they're going to go up in price and then sell them to make a profit. So it's definitely a game for people who like to chill out and sort of maybe even play things in the background. It's not a very high action or high sort of reaction timing game. So it's more about micromanagement, people who like sort of tycoon games where they can sit and let things, see how things go, and people who like idle auto battle games who want to sort of equip a hero, send them into a dungeon, and then not have to worry about, attacking enemies. They sort of let it happen out in real time. So yeah, the game features randomly generated dungeons, different layouts, different enemies, and you can basically hire a hero, equip different items on them to sort of allow them to venture further into the dungeon. So the deeper the levels they go in the dungeon, the better loot that they'll find, and when they return, you can sell that loot for a higher price. So some of the items are swords, clubs, wands, and bows, all with different strengths and weaknesses against certain enemies. And there's also rare items as well that will have buffs to like max HP, XP gain, range, that sort of thing. I think the thing I'm proud of the most is just the overall concept, and having this sort of dungeon that reacts to a market that then you can sell things that have just sort of the way that gameplay loop ended working out. I coming up with something that in your head seems fun, sometimes in game development doesn't always end up working out exactly how you thought it would be, or you send it to people and it turns out it just isn't fun even though you thought it was a great idea. And this is one of those ideas I had that as soon as I got a prototype working, I just started playing it over and over again, and really found it enjoyable. So I think, yeah, the thing I'm proud of the most is just that gameplay loop of buying items when they're cheap, sending heroes into a dungeon to get more loot, and then predicting when those items are going to go up in price and then selling them. That overall core loop, I guess, is the thing I'm most proud of. The biggest challenge for me was probably, so I've worked in the game industry for a little while, but traditionally as an artist, and I've only just recently in the last couple of years started developing games solo, just on my own. So on the programming side of things, I'm not as experienced, and the one thing that I found quite a challenge with developing this game was the save system. So saving, you know, all of the items that the player has in their inventory, all of the heroes, all of the items that are equipped to those heroes, and then the game was initially built for Android to release on Google Play, and I've since released it on Steam and made some more updates and improvements to it, and with that came Steam Cloud Saves. So that was probably the biggest challenge I had, was just managing save data and making sure that players can exit the game and re-enter it and still have everything that they had when they left the game, which yeah, there's been a lot of bugs along the way, mostly to do with saving, and the game is mostly stable now. I've had a couple of bug reports here and there, but for the most part it's working well for most people who play it. So yeah, so marketing is something that, especially as a solo dev, I find quite difficult. But the main approach has just been, I think what most game devs do is lots of different Reddit channels, my Twitter, and something that I try and do a lot, but I still really need to improve on, is sharing like dev logs and videos of me actually working on the game. Funnily enough, the most successful post I had was just a short GIF of the cat in the game, Hector, just the animation I did for the cat, and that proved to be to work well in the algorithms for marketing. But yeah, it's mostly just posting on the Unity subreddits, pixelart subreddits, because the game is all, you know, handmade pixel art. And then just posting on my Twitter. The Discord's been great as well, actually. This is my first time running a Discord server, and all of the feedback and the playtesting that all of my Discord members did was invaluable. So yeah, Discord's been a really good place as well to spread the word about the game. Yeah, so the best place is probably on my Twitter, which is, so the game studio is Monster Shop Games. So if you just search for Monster Shop Games on Twitter, it should show up. I believe the Twitter handle is Monster Shop AU for Australia, because that's where I'm located. And then yeah, my Twitter will have the links basically to get into the Discord, or where you can find the game and where you can find previous games I've released as well. So yeah, Monster Shop AU.
Thank you so much for watching this whole video and hearing from the developer of Dungeon Merchant. To enter the giveaway, it's super simple. All you have to do is go to Twitter, follow myself and the developer, and retweet the tweet about this video. In 1 week, we'll select one random winner, and they will get the Steam game key for this game. And of course, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel so that we can grow and continue to feature all of these amazing indie developers.